Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. At this particular time, as I'm taping this, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to entitle this, but by the time you are watching this, there will be a title. And I guess I want to start off by saying this. The majority of the videos that I do, whether they me playing or me talking, it's geared towards young folks to help shape them, because I was quite fortunate that when I grew up in the area that I did, there were a lot of older guys that were willing to help me. They've been there, they've done that. They want to let me know, don't do that, dude, or yeah, do this, dude. You know, so I feel compelled to try to do the same thing as far as help molding people, you know, or help molding young folks. And, you know, my father had a saying when I was younger. He said, being a grown man, never ask another grown man for something you're not willing to pay for. You know, he frowned upon begging, you know, simply begging and ask for something that you don't want to pay for, you know. And there are going to be times that you're going to ask for some things that you can't pay for, but those things are understandable, you know. But here it is. And it's important for me to do these kind of videos because most people don't know what they don't know. It's like, oh, my bad, you know. So should I share this story? Because it does ties in. Yeah, actually it does. You know, when I was growing up, the Purple Rain movie, you know, I was a musician at the time. I actually had the same Honda 550 that Prince had, you know. And I didn't buy it because Prince had it. I actually had it, you know, during that time. I had it before I seen the movie, you know. So that's when I was really, you know, starting the music thing. I had a band. We used to play in, you know, in Chicago, and we were pretty hot, pretty talented. And we started to build a following, you know, and it was kind of like this entourage thing. Well, I'm just going to cut to the chase. You know, there were some people that were friends of mine that were females. I were not sexually involved with them, and they weren't not interested sexually in me. We were just friends. And one day I had got off work and took my friend to breakfast. Then we came back to my place where I was still living with my mother. Went upstairs and had breakfast, watched TV, and then I took her home. That was it. My mother wasn't happy because she thought that it was being disrespectful to the house. She thought that I was up there getting busy, you know, which I would have not done with my mother there, you know. So when she told me that, she's like, who you think you are, sack man? I got it. I was like, thanks, mama. I got it. That ain't gonna never happen again. And the only female that was coming into my mother's house after that was the woman I married, okay? So sometimes it does take. Now my cat want to leave. Goodbye, buddy. But that was it. I only need to have been told that once, you know, because you don't know everything. So it's important to have people in your life that tell you things that you perhaps don't know. So now you know, and you make your adjustment, you know. And I get people that ask for requests. And the problem with that is it wouldn't be fair to the people that get it and pay for my service, you know, because I don't have 10 hours out of the day to fill free requests. I just don't. I mean, I don't have that time. And I shouldn't have to, you know. It's like, hey, you ask for what you pay for. So it's important for me to acknowledge this, to let people know that for every 20 people that ask for something for free, there are a group of people that get it and just say, hey, Morris, man, how much you gonna charge me to do this for me? Because I know it ain't free. I'm a man. I'm standing my ground. I'm paying for what services that I'm asking for, you know. So every now and then, again, so sorry to sound like a broken record that I have to do these kind of videos because people don't understand. I have a tabbing service, $20 a song, 2-song minimum. And I get requests all around the world for people. They ask me, say, hey, could you do this for me? I'll pay you. I'm like, of course. And they've seen these videos where I tell people I got a tabbing service. If you're interested in learning a song, a guitar song or a bass song, you know, it's usually $20. Sometimes it's a little more depending on how complex the composition is, whether I'm playing it on guitar or whether I'm doing it for bass. And normally for bass, it's a little more because I got to tabulate every note. Got to be right with every note, you know. Guitars are much easier, just a group of chords, and I can play them and I'm done. You know, so please understand that it would be unfair for me to do this for free, and I get almost sometimes 100 requests a day, because I guess there's some people think that they're the only ones that's gonna ask. It's like, no, So I'm gonna read you some of these because they're interesting. Because when I tell most people, because they, again, you don't know what you don't know. When I tell them, hey, well, I have a tapping service, you can go through that because people that I tap songs for, they pay me for my service. So when I tell them that, I say 97% of them don't hear from them no more. Then you get it like 3% to say, I get it. Thanks, no problem, man. Because you're right. It wouldn't be fair for you to do this for me for free and these other people, and they pay. And there's some people that think they're special, that they can step in front of the line. And, I had a guy at the post office last week. It was 3 people in line. He opened up the door, walked in, went straight up in there. And the lady's like, dude, these people ain't ghosts. And I'm looking, I'm like, where's he going? And you're only supposed to have 2 people in the post office right now due to COVID. It's like he didn't even read the sign. There's already 2 people up in there. It's like, please pay attention. Please pay attention to your environment. It's really important that you do, because sometimes it could cost you your life by not being attention to detail and just simply paying attention to some simple stuff. But getting back to this. So I'm going to read you a couple of these because it's just kind of interesting as far as some people just don't get it. It's like the whole world is just not at your disposal for free. It's not, But I'm going to read some of these because they're funny to me. Okay, one of them said, can I request a guitar lesson on Use Your Mother by James Brown? And I checked it out. James Brown stuff it's pretty simple. It's just usually 1 or 2 chords the entire song. The only problem with James Brown stuff to me personally is I get disconnected when I don't move musically. It's like 4 minutes of just 1 chord, and then you sitting there the entire time, watching and waiting for that one change to come in, which should be 4 minutes into the song, and then you go back to that. But it wasn't a difficult song, and I said, sure, not a problem. The rhythm, I will play you the rhythm guitar parts, but not the lead, because there's like usually 2 James Brown guitar parts going in one song. Sometimes it might be 3. So I'm going to do the chords and not the picking line. And I said, that'll cost you $16, and you can send, because I do have a tapping service, so you can send $16 to my PayPal, and I can actually get this done for you within 5 hours. That was a week ago. Never heard from them. It's like, okay. Then it's this one. Hey man, I enjoy your guitar tutorials. I was wondering maybe if you could do GQ Disco Nights, which actually I did, but it can't be posted on YouTube. I know there isn't much guitar in that song. Actually, it is. Emmanuel, I think his last name, I ain't gonna mess up his last name, but he's a very, very unique guitar player. Him, the guitar player from Kool and the Gang, the guitar player from The Police, they don't just do simple bar chords. Usually they don't do bar chords. They do some weird voicing, some triad stuff. So you're going to work when you play their stuff. And I worked on that song because I'm like, if I don't do it the way he did it, it ain't going to sound the same. So he said there's not much guitars in that song, but I still love to know it. Also, I'm new here, so I'm not sure really how you run your channel yet, so forgive me. And I respect that because he don't know, and I educated him on it, I don't know if I'm allowed to just throw out requests. You can throw a request all day long, but you go through the tabbing service. You're welcome to submit a request. And he didn't know, and I respect the fact he wasn't sure, and he's like, I don't know, so I said, and actually I did the song, and I said, usually my tabbing service is $20, but I'm like, I've already done it, so I'm only going to charge you $7, and that's just for my time, because I got to sift through hundreds of songs that I've done to find it, and then I got to email it to you. So I didn't have a problem with that. I'm like, sure, send me $7, and I'll send it to your email. That was 2 days ago. And like I said, this video was to educate people, because again, you don't know what you don't know. So I post videos like this quite frequently, but no one watches or catches every video on my channel. I don't. Some stuff I've done, I forgot that I did it, because now YouTube only allow you to go back 3 months as far as the stuff you've done. When like 2 years ago, you could go all the way back to the beginning, even if that was 5 or 6 years ago, and it was kind of interesting and cool to see those videos I did 5 years ago. Now I can't do that unless, I type in something and something pops up. And I said, man, I did do that. I did that 5 years ago. But again, excuse me, the moral of this video is you don't know what you don't know. Never ask a grown man, being a grown man, never ask another grown man for something you're not willing to pay for. Because again, if I get just 5 people a day, and I told you I get sometimes 100, each of these songs take like 2 hours to do. That's 10 hours. And it's like, I'm not here for free, dude. I mean, think about it. Other people react like you. And if you want something, wouldn't you think that other people want something too? So again, this is not, badgering people or being negative. It's just simply explaining to people that don't know that I have a tabbing service. If you're interested in the song, $20 a song, 2-song minimum. You run the song past me first, because sometimes they're not doable or they don't sound good on guitar, or just for some reason can't do it. So let's, you throw it out there. I look at it, listen to it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then you submit your money, and within a day, I would send it actually to your email so you can have it personally. I most likely will post it on YouTube also, but I will send it to you, and you can save it to your computer. So anytime you want to view it without going on the line, or you might not be able to get online because the internet is down, you have it on your computer. And when I send these to you guys, please save them. When I send them to your email, please save them to your computer the same day. And here's the reason why. Within 72 hours, I delete this email to free up memory space. So I don't just keep it in an email for months and years, because I would not be able to send anything because the memory will become full. So once you get it in your email, save it. Save it to your disk drive or computer, your stick drive, or your phone, whatever, how it means that you have a method of saving it. Please save it. And let me just say this right quick. Some shout outs to some people that have utilized and patronized my service. The 2 Eddies. Appreciate you guys. Mr. Brown, we go back a long way. When I first started doing this, Mr. Brown would send me stuff, and I see that Mr. Brown's plan has improved or gotten better because of the songs now that he requests versus the songs he used to request 3 years ago. They're a little more advanced, so I'm happy for you, my brother. I'm glad that I was able to help you on your journey to becoming a really good guitar player. Let me see. Mr. Smith, from day one, you the guy that's responsible for the tabbing service. One day you said, hey, man, I'll pay you for your service because a man should pay another man for his service, and that's how it all got started. I appreciate you. Andre Crichton, been there from day one. Actually, I met Mr. Crichton on one occasion. He actually came out when I was in Illinois, bought a guitar for me. I appreciate you, my brother, and appreciate you utilizing the service. I'm going to say your full name, Tony Hellman. I appreciate you. Tony is one of those guys. He reminded me of me when I was younger. He's hungry. He wants to learn. He's serious about this. I can tell by his actions, the lessons he's purchased, and just, keep going, my brother. I like guys like you where you know what you want and you trying to get there instead of you want the whole world to cater to you for free, because there's some people like that. Could I have this? Grown men. Disco Dan, appreciate your service. Jesse Roberts, appreciate you. Marky, shout out to Marky in New York. Michael McDaniels, I appreciate everything you've done, your donations, you supported my channel. Really appreciate you, my brother. George Cobb, we go back a long way. Appreciate you. Bass player, Mr. Brian Birdsong. Great bass player. I appreciate you. Thank you for the disc. I really appreciate it. Mr. Alex Turner. And the list goes on. But I just wanted to send out some shots. Now, forgive me for those who I've missed. But again, this video was designed to just let people know that I do have a tabbing service, and it would be unfair to do all this stuff for you for free, and the same stuff I do for you, these other people pay for. Just not right. Just not fair. So, this video can be served as a learning experience, And again, you don't know what you don't know. I can't assume anything, but, just to make things clear, this is how it works here. If there's a specific song you want to have done, you go through the tabbing service. I'll leave my PayPal information down there, and you just send me a comment right quick, right down here, and say, "Hey, Morris, man, I want to learn this song. Is it doable?" Once I say yeah, it's doable, you send your funds, then we all good. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.